right, good morning, everybody. Hope everyone's having a great week, trying to stay warm, at least today. Appreciate you being here this morning. So today's session is going to be Innovative Energy Solutions, GenAI and Copilot in Action. I'm Todd Nelson, Technology Strategist with Microsoft.
I'm Vishal Sabharwal. I'm the Chief Product Manager for Agile Asset Management at 𝗦𝗲𝗀𝗀.
Thank you. 𝗦𝗲𝗀𝗀 is one of our key software vendors and software partners in the energy space. So briefly diving into today's agenda, we're going to begin by looking at AI in the energy industry and some of the current data trends. Then we'll move on to Azure AI and Copilot in the energy industry, including our Copilot strategy and some of our investment areas. After that, I'll hand it off to Vishal, who will provide an overview of the Agile Asset Management software solution and then provide a demonstration. From there, we will just quickly wrap it up with a couple of slides on partnering with Microsoft and then open it up to a Q&A. So to get things started, this year, IDC released a study about infusing AI into business processes and what type of tangible returns and positive outcomes some organizations were able to achieve. You can see some of the highlights here. I think of the organizations that were surveyed, the most impressive stats here are 92% were able to deploy in less than 12 months, and over 40% were able to implement in less than 6. This was all enabled by Microsoft AI tools and frameworks, and these benefits, to be clear, are not just limited to technology companies, but companies across various sectors, including energy. And to just briefly highlight on a few examples of some energy companies that have had some of these tangible returns and positive outcomes, Komatsu took one invoice processing workflow, applied generative AI via Copilot Studio, and was able to save 300 hours on that single individual workflow. And then also Total, using the productivity tool Microsoft 365 Copilot, which you've probably heard a little bit about this week, had an over 90% adoption rate within their organization and were able to realize a 15 minutes per user per day time savings. And so globally, we're seeing more and more companies that are gravitating towards AI as they push for energy transition and their organization's clean energy goals. And so to start seeing how AI can help deliver results, let's look into some of the current data trends and some of the key challenges that slow down AI adoption and this clean energy transition process. Things like data silos and bottlenecks are slowing down the workflows and reducing productivity. Data acquisitions are both time-consuming and expensive. Huge volumes of complex data can take significant time to organize and analyze. And something those of you in the industry can probably emphasize with, data is often bound to proprietary applications, making it very difficult to integrate solutions for data analysis. I think a good example of this is one of the major upstream operators that we work with, tracks what's called NPT, non-productive time, with their geoscientists, and they had one process for these geoscientists where they would exfiltrate or export data from one geosciences platform to another, and that could sometimes take 2 to 3 hours per data transformation per geoscientist, costing this organization well in excess of $10 million per year of NPT. And so to solve some of these challenges, you need a solution that enables you to liberate data and optimize efficiencies. Infusing AI can help enable an organization to achieve more by accurate and actionable insights, accelerated decision-making at scale, and real-time analysis at a lower cost. And to help provide this in the energy space, Microsoft provides a comprehensive multi-domain digital platform that integrates both subsurface data and real-time operations data. This is called the Azure Data Manager for Energy. It's a first-party PaaS service that is based on Open Subsurface Data Universe, or OSDU standards, and is generally available today. Our customers are able to bring their generative AI experiences onto this platform by building AI solutions using Microsoft tools like Copilot Studio and Azure AI Studio. Just a quick refresher, Copilot Studio is a low-code, no-code comprehensive platform for creating, managing, and deploying Copilot agents. And Azure AI Studio provides advanced Proco customization capabilities to fine-tune and deploy custom large language models. And we'll hear a little bit about these in the overview for Agile Asset Management. And so these Microsoft tools provide a robust experience for model development, testing, and deployment so that domain experts don't have to do all the heavy lifting and experience this non-productive time, but they can focus on innovation and their organization's energy transition goals. And then finally here, just to review some of our AI strategy in the energy space, it's built on 3 core pillars. The first pillar is productivity. It's focused on automating repetitive tasks and streamlining collaboration through some things you've probably heard about all week: email summary, document parsing, task prioritization, right? Reducing that administrative overhead and enabling higher productivity using tools like Microsoft 365 Copilot. The second pillar, and what we're going to be discussing primarily today, is around domain-specific workflows. This pillar is about embedding AI in energy-specific processes, such as predictive maintenance, risk analysis, well management, and a litany of others. The list goes on, right? And so these can help provide faster data-driven decisions in specialized domain use cases. Here in just a second, I'll hand it to Vishal, and we'll see an overview and demonstration of Agile Asset Management, which really showcases how some of these domain-specific energy workflows are built on Microsoft Azure AI. And then the third and final pillar is about data and analytics. It's about unlocking core energy subsurface data with an AI-ready platform, which is Azure Data Manager for Energy. This enables deeper insights and enhanced analytics capabilities for energy operations. Together, all three of these pillars, productivity, domain-specific, and data and analytics, represent a comprehensive approach to transforming the energy industry with AI. I'm really excited to see how these solutions can accelerate innovation in the energy industry. And with that, I'll pass it on to Vishal.
Halliburton understands energy industry has an important role to play to reducing the world's emissions, and that affordable, secure energy is essential to global economic development. We have impressive work underway to reduce emissions, gain efficiencies, and advance carbon neutral solutions. We are committed to deliver long-term financial value by developing innovative solutions to help our customers achieve a low-carbon energy future, and by minimizing environmental impact in the communities where we operate. Today, we present one of our latest offering, Agile Asset Management, that facilitates reasoning data with AI to achieve them faster and more effectively. Now, during the exploration phase, subsurface data is captured, analyzed, and interpreted to determine the presence of hydrocarbons. This is where a field development process starts. The plan must ensure that it optimizes the extraction and production of hydrocarbons while ensuring minimum impact to our climate. The plan takes into account all the historical data about the location, the types of wells to be drilled, the risk associated with different approaches. Now, that is all done manually today. It involves collaboration of different teams of an organization with inputs coming in different formats. Much of that is in Excel, PDFs, PowerPoint, all sitting as SharePoint. It can take 1 to 3 years just to do the planning. The time varies based on the complexity of reservoir, size of the field, and or regulatory requirements that it has to adhere to. And when the things may go wrong, like the well is not drilled at the right location, or the angle of the well is not optimized to the location, or the output is not as expected from the reservoir. There is no way to go back and sift through the records of which decisions went wrong. The industry has tried numerous attempts to automate this complex process, but in vain. Asset managers aims to understand asset performance against targets and business objectives using the latest information. A key objective is reducing emissions, even when it comes at a lower, higher cost. The principle of fail fast is crucial to eliminate projects that do not meet corporate objectives, providing the key savings. Projects that are safe to operate and have the lowest emissions are the key prioritized projects for those organizations. Even during the operations, an hour of downtime can mean thousands or even millions to those assets. Asset manager wants to know all the risks in advance and plan for their mitigations as and when those risks arise. Your asset teams are actually consist of many various small groups focusing on subsurface wells, facilities, legal, procurement, HSE, and many others. Breaking down silos and motivating these teams to collaborate towards common priorities and goals is highly valuable to the organizations. Your quality of decision is paramount, and we continue to emphasize the data-driven decisions until fully achieved. Addressing biases in decision-making requires the organization to base the decisions on facts, that's data. As fields matures, operations becomes more complex, necessitating more decisions in time with the data from many different sources. To achieve asset performance and field efficiencies, the focus must be at the asset and field scale in its entirety. Your traditional department activities need to be faster and more accurate while also delivering additional savings at the asset and field scale. The reservoir recovery with the lowest cost of wells, increased prospects while lowering the field development costs. It has to facilitate interdisciplinary departmental trade-offs. Field plans should offer optionality to bring in time first oil and reduce uncertainty, better exploiting those reservoirs. This involves trading off initial cost of wells against the total cost of well integrity and interventions over their lifespan. That will be like 20 to 30 years when they are in operations. Organization teams must work cohesively to provide a 360 view of the asset and field, adapting constantly to the changing conditions. During the field development plan stage, managers must define the marketability of a prospect or asset using information from various sources. Your asset definitions comes from reservoir wells and facilities, and their combination produces values. Bringing the departments together, allowing them to use the same set of assumptions to make these decisions and to the assets knowledge, this is what Halliburton offers with Agile Asset Management. This is done in collaboration with Microsoft, leveraging technologies like Azure Data Manager for Energy, 𝗦𝗲𝗀, and many of these key requirements coming in from Aker BP. This is the industry's first successful attempt at automating this complex process. According to IBM, each day an oil field can generate up to 1 terabyte of data. However, it is estimated companies only use 3% of them. leaving almost 97% unused. Now, this highlights the significant potential for improving data utilization in the energy industry. Imagine how operations can change if we can close the gap, if we can consume the valuable data real-time or historian to drive the decision-making process. It will reveal production gain opportunities that we never realize, or spot problems much faster. Accelerating capital-intensive upstream project timelines is arguably the single biggest value generation in E&P today. The goal is to leverage cutting-edge AI technologies to significantly reduce the time needed for research and analysis in the field development. The advanced AI technology not only shortens the design timeline, but also allows for the generation of greater number of proposals. The increase in proposals generation translates to more well-designed proposals becoming available for planning and gate approval, ultimately leading to more effective asset management. By employing the right AI technologies, operators can meet the new timelines and produce superior field development outcomes. Halliburton's AI platform is designed to meet the advanced needs of AI applications in the energy sector. It automates complex data ingestion and integration, provides AI technologies to build intelligent solutions that enhances domain understanding, and offers robust decision support. This solution delivers cutting-edge capabilities while simplifying implementation to reduce complexities for our customers. Our platform establishes pipelines to federate, integrate, and distribute data across enterprise layers to applications, models, and agents. This unified approach addresses the challenges faced by many organizations in our industry. Historically, data models, agents, and applications were treated as separate processes and deliverables for those specific products. However, recognizing their interrelationship, we now integrate all three within the platform, creating seamless workflows that combine science and AI/ML, making insights available in highly configurable applications. Data pipelines represent the entire data flow, from conception to consumptions. Data enters the pipeline, undergoes through preparation and processing, and exists to be consumed by application models and analytics. DataOps integrates and enhances metadata for engineering, integration, quality, security, and privacy with the operations. For geological specimen or interpretations, metadata answers 4 key questions. Where is it? What is it? How old is it? What are the properties? Our automated pipelines populate this metadata in Azure Data Manager for Energy. Now, we are a very engineering-focused organization. There is a lot of engineering that we must do, which is related to the seismic logs, wells, and so forth. The model pipelines becomes a key aspect. The model pipelines enable the entire life cycle of models, from data access via pipelines to creating, training, testing, deployment, and monitoring. They include the operationalization, governance, and monitoring of physics, AI/ML, and hybrid models. And it has to ensure continuous improvement within the production systems, i.e. they are updated in time with the latest information. Application can use these models directly via APIs. Integrated automation tools simplify ML workflows, allowing data scientists, engineers, and developers to collaborate effectively and scale ML operations with minimal frictions. When I say operations, meaning that when the asset is live as well, where you need to be much more agile in terms of answering those questions or helping with those decisions. Of course, the DevSecOps processes ensures the applications are updated continuously with integrated AI capabilities. Now, while many user queries in energy domains can be answered or addressed by large language models, LLMs, or can be combined with retrieval augment generation, RAG systems, more complex questions required a structured approach. An agentic framework becomes essential. Performing information extraction, modeling, analysis, and orchestrating to generate logical step-by-step response. This framework supports the conversational interface, enabling robust and actionable answers. For example, when asked, where should the next injection well be drilled in Texas? The agentic framework breaks down the problem into subtasks, assessing land leases, modeling projected production using geospatial data, estimating costs, and optimizing decisions based on customer objectives. Each step integrates domain-specific knowledge and sequential analysis beyond the capabilities of RAG-based systems alone. Let's show you some of these in action. Now, picture speaks 1,000 words. And when you are able to bring asset as a twin with the data or the information from your existing field, whether it's the wells that's already drilled or the reservoir that is existing, and layer on top your planning prospects, the wells that you are planning are layered within this digital twin, you can imagine how valuable it could be to collaborate across these many different teams within the organization. When managing an asset, each well must be designed considering the asset in its entirety. Adding a new well requires considering not only the reservoir alone, but also all the wells already drilled in the asset, together with all the learnings from drilling, completions, and the entire well construction execution. Approval of new well proposals is contingent on a risk profile analysis defined by the events in the offset wells. This necessitates analyzing hundreds of events and risk records. To analyze all the events and risk records, well engineers must manually find, summarize, and analyze each event and those records. This involves searching for each event, reading through them to determine their relevance to the new well design, selecting the correct risk associated with each event, and then incorporating these into the new well design to define the risk profile. Let me show you this application going from that asset scale to the well to the gate approval process
Decision Space 365 allows geologists and drillers to simultaneously collaborate and develop multiple well concepts and plans. The well planning process takes into account surface constraints, subsurface hazards, and other operational preferences to automatically generate multiple well trajectories. These trajectories, along with facility constraints, simulate subsea tiebacks, production platforms, and other topside arrangements to maximize infrastructure flexibility and minimize capital outlay. Based on the well concepts, now a drilling engineer can contextualize risks. Drilling LLM suggests most common events from multiple historical data sources like daily drilling report, lessons learned database, and real-time historians. Summary of the most common events from the offset wells like lost circulation can now be used to identify and assess risk on the well plan. Drilling LLM will help drilling engineers to assess risk rating caused by lost circulation based on the probability and impact related to the project location, formations, and historical information from the events. This results in proper actions to mitigate risk based on the risk. The drilling engineer can identify load cases and optimize casing design in digital well program using trusted science from WellCat and StressCheck, consistent with your company's safety policies and practices. Digital well program generates multiple designs, allowing you to manually or automatically optimize the basis of design for electronic communication with oil field services. Field development gate reviews that are arduous and manual today are transformed into an agile, collaborative exercise with consistent assumptions, hypotheses, and data for high-quality decisions.
We have Microsoft partnering with us. Microsoft has facilitated the creation of a platform aimed at developing a Copilot tool designed to expedite the analysis of all events and risk data. This platform leverages AI Studio in conjunction with various technologies like Azure OpenAI models and Azure AI Search. An orchestrator has been constructed tasked with acquiring operator data from its primary sources and seamlessly integrating it with AI. Furthermore, APIs have been generated to ensure smooth integration with the landmark Agile Asset application. Additionally, Microsoft offerings such as 𝗦𝗲𝗀𝗀𝗻 are employed to establish and manage the necessary data infrastructure required for storing and accessing operators' data. 𝗦𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, the operator, can consequently streamline its well-designed workflow, thereby achieving their predetermined timelines and maintaining high standards of quality. Microsoft Cloud for Industry Experience offers comprehensive support for designing and maintaining every aspect of the Copilot. The orchestrator itself has been meticulously crafted using cutting-edge technologies, leveraging Microsoft expertise in AI and Copilot technologies. This expertise extends beyond the energy sectors, of course, encompassing a wide array of industries, ensuring robust and adaptable solutions across various domains. Seismic kernel is leveraged to orchestrate this. This is a quote from Thomas Wagner's SVP 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. For energy operators to successfully manage an asset, designing each well is a crucial step. Regardless of reservoir complexity, each well design is crucial but time-consuming. Well design must include multidisciplinary input and thorough analysis to obtain the most optimal proposal for the entire asset. Using traditional tools, the process can take months or even years. However, to stay competitive for Aker BP, operators are looking to shorten that timeline to days. For Aker BP, the target is 1 day. Now, I will pass on to Todd to talk about partnership, and the key being energy industry is very much in a very change. We are working as a community. Open subsurface data universe is what brings many of the energy partners together. So anyone partnering on 𝗦𝗲𝗀𝗻 with Microsoft is also will find ourselves into the same partnership, solving those key customer challenges.
Awesome. Oh, thank you, Vishal. That was a great demonstration. So to wrap this up here, a little bit about partnership. And so what does all this mean for you in the audience and your business, right? So whether you're modernizing existing energy applications or building new ones entirely, the Azure platform can help you optimize for speed, resiliency, and interoperability, as it offers you the support, scalability, and managed resources that you need to support AI integration. These capabilities and resources can ultimately help you deliver transformative energy solutions faster because of Azure's full stack of AI services, from pre-trained models to managed services with solutions like AI Studio, Azure ML, and Azure Data Manager for Energy, or 𝗦𝗻𝗀. They are all inherently designed to work together and save you time. So no matter which route you choose, we have the tools to help you streamline your AI app building process so that you can quickly and effectively develop, test, and deploy AI-enabled workflows to support your business. And so just a couple of next steps to highlight. Feel free to learn a little bit more about 𝗦𝗻𝗀, and this will be in the presentation that we share out. And then we also have a really robust library of some energy copilot prompts that you can try yourselves. And then we also have a community and the ability to engage with the product team via the energy industry shortcut that we have here as well. So that's it. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to step up to the mic or just see us after the session. Happy to answer what we can, and we appreciate your time today. And we hope you have a great rest of your week and safe travels home. Thank you.
Thank you.